Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to show you how I dirty up a cup when it's the cat filter one or a Cummins cup, the Cummins filter for the Dodge. So all I did was I spray painted my cup yellow. I printed vinyl instead of doing a water slide. I did vinyl. Clearly, I'm not professional taking videos. I'm sorry. So I laid all my vinyl on and did all that, getting it prepared. So this will be a short video. So once you have your cup prepped and everything, I go ahead and use black acrylic paint. It's easy. You don't need very much. You can get this at any store, Walmart or whatever. This one is licorice. I grab a little, either piece of paper or whatever I'm going to put it on. I put a little bit of black on there. You can always add more if you need to. I have a sponge brush. I have a little tiny like squishy makeup sponge. A tiny little paintbrush that'll help do flicks onto the cup. And then a glove so that I can do fingerprints at the end and grab the cup. So all I do at this point is I take my cup, I get a little bit of the black onto the sponge brush, and I just kind of, in wherever I want, just kind of put little flicks of the black with the sponge brush. So I'm going to flip it around and put my hand in it so I don't end up putting my fingers in the wet paint. And I kind of just go every which way. There's no rhyme or reason to how I do this. You don't want it too dark so that you can still see, if you're going to like use water slides, so you can still see the water slide underneath it. I like vinyl. I think that it shows better on these cups, so I personally print out vinyl. I got the file for these off of Etsy, and then I converted it so that I can print it as a decal instead of a water slide. So once I get that to however I want it, you don't have to make it look beautiful because, again, this is like a guy's cup where it's a filter that they're taking out of the car. So I just use different shaped sponges and all that so that I can get different shapes. I make sure that I get the butt because that is generally where they grab it. My husband's a mechanic, so he went over all this with me before I started making these cups on what it is. You want to use black instead of brown. Diesel oil is very black when it comes out. So I would stick to like black alcohol ink or black acrylic paint. So at this point, I got little wispies of black everywhere. I'm just going to take my little brush and I'm just going to kind of put in little ones here and there with this, just so that I have different textures onto the cup. I personally like the way it looks. You can do it however you want though. There is no right way or wrong way to do this cup. Literally just have fun with it is the best thing that I can tell you to do, because you get to mess up this cup and it'll still look fantastic when you're done. So I got different little wispies in here. I pretty much got the oil look everywhere. I'm going to put some along the rim just so that it's nice and dirty. And you can see that I'm just kind of tapping the brush on there so that I get different looks from the sponges. I'm going to do some onto the butt. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. Because your paint is wet, make sure you set it down on a piece of paper or something. I'm going to put on my glove. And this is how I do my fingerprints. So I get a little bit of paint onto the tips of my fingers on all 5. I'm going to run it together. I'm going to dab off a little bit onto my paper so that it's not too much. And then I just kind of, when they're taking it off of the vehicle, they're going to grab the bottom of it with their dirty hands. So that's how I grab it. And then I just kind of move my fingers a tiny bit so they slide a little bit. And then if it's too dark, like over the words, I take the palm and I kind of lighten up my fingerprint right there so that it's not hiding any of the decal, so you can still see what it says. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab it in another area until I keep doing that until my glove is kind of clean. Go ahead and add some of this to the bottom so that it kind of looks like fingerprints down there. Again, this is really messy when they do it. So you can literally line the whole bottom with fingerprints as they're grabbing it. They twist their hand and reposition it. So it's okay if you have multiple. So it's okay if you have multiple areas with different fingerprints on it. So once you're done, this is good. It's going to kind of look like, of course, it's going to look however you make it. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's completely on you. It can be as dirty as you want or as clean as you want. I personally, since my husband is a mechanic, I personally go with the more dirty look because I know how he comes home after work. So I like it a little dirtier. So there it is. Super easy. Doesn't take very long. It's a super easy craft. The longest that it's going to take is your paint to dry and your epoxy to dry. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Other than that, make sure that you subscribe, give me a follow and a like. Also comment. Once I hit 1K in subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So be sure to stay tuned. Bye.